Everybody, Julie Baker, Canadasews, Alberta. I'm so happy to be here and have been asked to say a few words to say hi and encourage you all to keep going for this mask making sewing marathon. I'm so excited to be able to be here. Sorry it's not live, but apparently I just didn't have the equipment that was going to do the live feed properly. So Leanne asked me to say a few words in this recording. I don't know if I'm going to speak for the full 5 minutes because, man, that's a long time. But I'm going to apologize in advance if I get a little emotional because it's a thing. It's a pretty big deal what we're doing. So these masks here, they're so much more than masks. The process of making these masks, the process of getting these masks packaged up and distributed to people that we'll never see, we'll never know. We may get an image of them, but those people are going to be touched by you, a complete stranger that they'll never meet either. And every time they put that mask on, regardless of why they're using it or how they're using it, they're going to be reminded that somewhere out there cared enough to take the time to do what it is that you're doing. And I don't care about the politics of these products. I don't care about how people argue about whether or not they're effective. Just shut that shit out of your head. What's happening is the power, seriously, of humanity is what's happening. The power of people, complete strangers coming together, united under one mission. And that mission is to reach out and say, I'm here. I got you covered. So there's so many people on my own team that, again, I'll never meet, but they touch my heart every day. Terry and Jody, actually I have met Jody, I have talked to Terry, have become people in my world that I'm going to continue working with and learning from long after this is over, and it will be over. It will be over. Trust me, it's going to be over. But there are other people that I have connected with. I'm not sure if you pronounce her name Janie or Janny, but Janie or Janny Francis is a lead in Alberta, a lead in Saskatchewan, who, I swear to God, we walked another life together somewhere along the line. We had to have. I have been reconnected with people that I haven't seen in over 30 years. Joanna Tierney, who is a mask maker for Ontario in the Ottawa region. Her and I were friends 30 years ago. Lost touch with each other, as you do, and ended up being reconnected, but not really reconnected. Do you know what I mean? But we wound up making these masks together, and now we are reconnected. This whole experience of Canadasews has been nothing short of miraculous. Leanne has a 9-month-old baby, and this is her vision. This is her whole idea to join forces like this. And it came together because of a lot of people, because of Joan and Anita, who had love in their hearts and care for something that they saw happening months ago, and sounded the alarm and got a team together, which included me. And then Leanne got on, and that became bigger than any of us, I think, possibly could have imagined. And to be honest, had somebody told us, or had we could see how big it was going to be, we would have ran for our lives. Yes. We would have been terrified. But because we couldn't see and we didn't know, It just grew on its own. And as a result, here we are, doing what anybody else would have said that's impossible. You can't possibly immobilize that many people across the country to work for free. Yeah, you can. You absolutely can. And by the way, Leanna, as a 9-month-old, I was pretty goddamn happy when I had a shower in those days. Felt pretty accomplished. Look what this young woman is doing. And so, if nothing else, politics aside, these masks to me represent the power of one, represent how powerful we can be when we work together, when we cheer each other on, when we encourage each other and support each other, rather than work against each other and become cynics of each other, criticize each other. There's a lot of crappy things that are happening in the world right now. And this virus has exposed a lot of the underbelly of ugliness that most of us have just accepted as part of life. We don't have to accept it, and it doesn't have to be a part of life. And we are powerful together. We are so powerful together. That's what you're making when you're making a mask. You're making power. And I'm so proud of the people who have come together in Alberta to help with this power, to help us become powerful. So Jody and Terry, Shauna in Red Deer, Nancy, who with her husband has managed to bang out an order for 100 masks with her and her husband, the super tag team. Janie Klassen, I'm not sure. Janie's so cute, that name. I love it. So I apologize if I'm not saying your name properly, but Janie or Janie, people who have emailed me and said, thank you so much for what you're doing. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm doing what you're all doing. I'm no greater or better than any of you. I'm bent over my sewing machine just like you. And every day I'm grateful that we're all together, because sometimes you guys are the reason that I have hope. And I'm not a sewer. I had to blow off the dust from my sewing machine. How the hell does this thing work again? I have learned so much from all of you over the last 2 months that, well, I can't even begin to express it. I'm going to end up being a fabric hoarder. And thank God my husband's been understanding about this, because I went out and bought myself, about 3 weeks in, brand new spanking sewing machine. And it can do all kinds of wonderful things. And the connection that I feel in the community, sense of community I feel with people that I am not around and I'll never see, is astounding. Sometimes, when people do porch pickups and stuff like that, I do get to see a face, and your love and your energy is well, that's God. That's God right there. Every time I see a mask, that's God. So thank you guys. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for continuing on despite the cynicism, which is becoming less and less and less. Thank you for your dedication and your generosity and your ability to reach out and help, and your offers of help, and your happy cooperation. I am always stunned when somebody says, hey, I can deliver those for you. No problem. I love that. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. So we're moving product, we're moving masks, and we're moving people, you guys. We are moving people so on and so strong. I love you and thank you. Thank you from Alberta Sews. Stay safe, you guys. Take care.